In the Rivers State Judiciary, K.E. George has announced his voluntary retirement from service. In a letter addressed to the Chief Judge of Rivers State, George cited the appointment of what he described as a quasi-military administration to oversee the affairs of modern-day Rivers State as the reason for his decision. He described the governance style as both unfamiliar and contrary to the sacred principles of the legal profession. So, having served as a magistrate for 16 years, George stated that continuing under the current arrangement would be tantamount to endorsing or submitting to a system he fundamentally disagrees with. Joining us now for more on this is Alesta Wilcox. He's an public affairs commentator, and he joins us virtually from Lagos to give us more insight on what's happening in Rivers State. Quite a lot of events been happening since Friday all the way down to today. Alesta, protests and counter-protests, and seeing what security agents have done to the counter-protesters. Are we nearer to a solution in Rivers State?
Well, I'm not surprised. Rivers State, as far as it is now, there is an open check given to a bus by the president, an open check, so he can use the money as he likes. So it's not out of place for him to also organize his own protest to show up his own absent popularity in Rivers State. Ibas is not a Rivers man, and Ibas was imposed on Rivers people by Wiki and the president. And for me, it's a sad development as a Rivers man. Yeah, it's a very sad development that every time in Rivers State we have this kind of pro and counter protests. It didn't start today. It started right from the time of Peter Odili, and it has continued. The Rivers people have shown themselves, especially those who will support evil, shown themselves that they all have a price, and sometimes a price as low as a morsel of bread, and that's what you see those women. And it's shameful for you to see mothers, persons who should be giving their children good values and good conduct, that should be helping to build a society where truth and righteousness will uphold. Some of them come out from church yesterday, because Rivers is a Christian state. Some of them came out from church yesterday, and you find them wearing white, something that signifies purity, and marching to support evil in their own land. That means they have their price. In fact, even what do you call it? Esau has a better price than what they are doing. No matter the temptation, the law, military rule, like we have in Rivers State today, it's an aberration, and everyone fought against it. So even that is happening now on a quasi level, these people should be ashamed that they see themselves as tools, willing tools to make an illegality, a grass imposition on their own people, on themselves. It's like a burden is given to you because you live in a place, or you are opportune to benefit from that burden, which is not right. And then you come out to demonstrate and protest, and you get police cover. And a contrary protest get police brutality. This shows the society we are living in. And
Alesta, yeah, I just want to continue, right, because we're really pressed for time here. I'm worried, and I wonder if you are as well, because the women in white, the protesters in white, one of them, they were also calling and saying that they do not mind having the sole administrator staying in office till 2027. I mean, is this even a democratic solution at all? I know you're scratching your head.
I just said it. That shows that their pride is so low and their mentality is so shallow. You don't expect a reasonable human being that has dignity and pride to tell you that even if there's a dispute, a political dispute, I mean, people won election, people lost election. If there's a political dispute and you are saying that instead of your two brothers to reconcile and share your father's property, that a foreigner should take over the property simply because the foreigner makes you a gardener or a cleaner in that property. No, are you getting my scenario?
Yes, sir.
That instead of you to have your brothers in the house and you have problem, and you are saying that instead of either of your brothers to gain to have that property. A foreigner should take it because he made you a cleaner, a cook, a gardener in that property. So that tells you the level of low morality and mentality that we have submitted ourselves to in Nigeria, especially in Rivers State. This is not the first time. Like I told you, this is not the first time. The same system, the same thing people they did during our delay period. In fact, if it was possible that Peter Odile would rule Rivers State forever, the same song they sang for him. They sang the same for Amechi. They sang it for Wiki. So this shows the low level that Rivers indigenes have brought themselves to. And this is a state that has produced some of the best hands and brains in this country. This is a state that has produced some of the best moral compass, individuals with moral compass in this country. That's the same state that is producing mediocres and persons who can be bought with less than a morsel of bread. For me, it's sad. And that the children of these women, we see them running and very wide, paid for by Ibas or whoever, paid for by whoever promoted them. And then they come to the street to tell you that they prefer a student to run River State simply because they will benefit and they will be made gardeners and cleaners and their cooks in the house that they are supposed to occupy. That tells you the level of indignation that people have brought themselves to. And for me, it's a shame, it's a disgrace, it's nothing but moral bankruptcy as far as societal values are concerned. We believe in values. The Rivers people are known to be people of value and morality.
All right.
Politics have brought the Rivers people down to the level of dogs and persons of irrationality and persons of unquestionable characters that will parade themselves.
Alesta, I have to make you stop because that's very generalistic, and I have to make you stop here. But Alesta, many thanks for just giving us a bit of insight here on the counter-protest and protests happening in Rivers since on Friday. Alesta Wilcox, he is a public affairs commentator, just giving us more insight.